What's going on, man?
How's everybody doing today?
Good. Can everybody hear him all right? Let us know in the chat. And I won't be able to see the Dlive chat once we start. But I appreciate everyone stopping by and everybody that donates to the stream. This is SmokeyTommy.
How's everybody doing today?
And you are watching Streamer Spotlight. Kind of little show I wanted to put together to kind of give other streamers, some outlook and spotlight them as well. I haven't really seen anything like that on any of the platforms. So I was like, you know what? I'll start something. Why not? And came up with like a whole like little list of things, kind of, tell us a little about yourself if you want.
All right. Well, thanks for having me first and foremost. Pleasure to be here, man. Sorry for running late.
That's
A
all good.
doctor's appointment. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a guy that likes to play video games from Philly. As you can see, my Eagles in the background.
There you go.
But actually, I stopped gaming for a while because I lost my love for it. Um, so I would say I probably stopped gaming for about 2 to 3 years. And a buddy told me about a gaming community that I'm part of now, Rapture Gaming Community. And I just found a good core of people who, had the same interest in games and, just wanted to actually have like a real bond, nothing like a clan or anything like that. It was just people who had the same interest in games. You just wanted to have fun, not even competitively, you know?
Right.
So like that's really what got me back into it. Um, but I'm really into it for right now, just for the relationships, man. It's cool to meet new people, diversity. I'm really into new cultures and that aspect there, end of it. But yeah, it's just a guy, trying to make things work, have fun doing it.
Yeah, I hear that. So
But just starting up early.
what really got you into streaming?
A buddy of mine, I was watching him and I was asking questions about it, getting, interested. And he was like, yeah, man, it's pretty easy. I just plug in right into the back of my Xbox, to start out, fucking crazy money, $20 some camera. You, you play right from your Xbox. I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And from there, it just started growing and growing on me, man. It's like, it's addicting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
Um,
yeah, you just gotta get a good core in there, man, and just interact with people. That's what I like about Mixer. You get to interact with the crowd, unlike other platforms.
yeah, no, I totally get that. And that's kind of what got me started on Mixer myself. And then I eventually started, like branching out to other ones when I had the ability to do it.
Right. Like I'm seeing other platforms are starting to put in that capability of interaction, but I feel like Mixer really just started out with a bang with it and did it right that way.
Yeah, I totally agree. Um, Now, have you always wanted to be a streamer, or is that just something you picked up over time?
Actually, it's just something I picked up over time, man. I used to be, just storyline based gaming only, not online. And eventually, you can only play so much of that by yourself and you get bored.
Right.
So I got online and I would find some people here and there and just, it wasn't really floating my boat, I guess you could say. So like I said, I joined that game community and that's really, it's all about networking with people, man. You find a good core of people that you click with and you just try to stay with them and they'll guide you, give you tips, and it's never a one-way street. It's always a two-way street, and when one hand washes the other. So, it's just all about networking in my point of view, and having that genuine passion and what's the word I'm looking for here? return of love, I guess you could say. Because
Hmm.
it's you can't just say, hey, I'm live here, I'm live there. You got to go in and tell other people's channels and support them also.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street in my opinion.
It's not like how you might see on like Twitter. It's like a hey, F for F or for follow, and then they never show up. It's more of like a support for support where, if I actually, spend the time and care about this person or that person and interact with them,
Exactly.
build relationships.
That's why people come to Mixer, because they get to interact with the streamer, and you just build a relationship with people. Sometimes you might not see them for a few weeks, but when they pop in, you say, hey, how you been? Oh, I remember this date, such and such. How'd that go? And they remember that. They say, wow, the streamer actually remembered me
Hmm.
and my day from so long ago. So it makes them feel part of your community, and that's what people really are looking for, I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, so now I got a little bit of a difference on a question, but
Shoot
what are
away, man.
some of your goals you have for the future, like for growth for you, or collaborations you would like to do, or projects you plan on?
Yeah, and as most of you know, I'm a big PUBG guy. So we definitely have some tournaments coming up in the near future. I would say either by the end of this month, I will have a PUBG tournament coming up. Details will be posted. But for growth, I really try not to put a number on things, because you get to disappoint yourself that way. So my goals is to myself is like, just when I get a new follower, try to get to know them, so it builds that community. But like that's my kind of goal. I don't. My goal isn't all right. I'm at 270 70 followers right now. I'm not looking. All right, I want to be at 300 by such and such date, because I'll just drive myself insane. I feel like.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's nice to have a projection, yes, but don't go nuts over it. And and for collaborations, I'm always looking to co-stream with anybody possible. Anybody who wants to co-stream, or has the same interests as me. Even if not, I'm willing to try different games. It's just
Hmm.
nice to get out of your comfort zone, because it's you're, it's not. I feel like you got like a filter. You're not out in the real world, so people aren't going to judge you as much, or that kind of aspect. So you can actually really be yourself.
Right.
So
Montaz, thanks for the donation. We appreciate that.
much appreciate, guys. But,
Um,
but yeah, it's collaborations, man. Just really no one specific. I mean, it could be somebody that has 2 followers. It could be somebody that has 50,000. It's just if we click, and you have aspirations, and you're not toxic. I'm willing to just co-stream with anybody, man.
right. Um, when you think of the word community, what does it mean to you?
It almost goes in hand with family, almost with me, man. Because as they say, with a baby, you can't raise it. It doesn't. It's not a family it takes to raise a baby. It's a village. So it's
Hmm.
like, same thing with growth in a community. So I try to get to know my community as best I can. But
Sorry to put you on the spot.
yeah. I'm trying to think here. Just repeat one more time for me, so I can actually get it better.
When you think of the word community, what does it mean to you?
Um, like I said, family goes in hand with it, but community is not even just more of my community. It's the community of people that I have stream teams with, Streamer Society, me and you are part of. I'm also part of the Rising Knights. I'm also part of the Universal Movement, so it's like community is anybody who's willing to help each other. I feel like that's what a community is.
Right.
And if you're not willing to help each other, that's not a community. So what are you doing in the community?
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
gotcha.
nothing with disrespect, but that's my point of view on the community.
Right. And I think we got a couple more questions, then we'll just chat with the viewers for a little bit. If they have questions for us, they could feel free to hop in and we'll both try and answer them as best as possible.
Yeah, right on, man.
So for someone just getting into streaming, what advice would you give to them?
I'm actually not too far into streaming myself, so I guess I could answer this pretty good. Um, don't don't kill yourself with the follow for follows and being toxic. Be yourself and try to enjoy what you're doing. If
Hmm.
you're not enjoying it, if you, even as far as work, if you're not enjoying it, find something else. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to find a way of being nice about this and be politically correct. Um, let's see.
Kind of like I guess what I would say is don't force yourself into it. If you're doing it and you're not having fun with it, then it might not be something you're truly like 100% interested in. So,
Exactly.
have fun with it. Don't like force yourself into things like, hey, everyone's playing PUBG or something. I gotta play that or I gotta stream that. No, kind of like branch out and do your own thing.
Yeah, cause some people see, these people who are quitting their jobs and trying to make it in the streaming world, when in reality, it's one of the hardest things to do for a living.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, don't have aspirations. Like, yeah, have aspirations to be a full-time streamer, absolutely. But keep your goals in reality aspect, I would say.
Right.
Um, don't, I mean, reach for the stars, yeah, absolutely. But, stay grounded at the same time.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to say something that hurts somebody, so that's why I'm like really stumbling over my words on this. Um, but yeah, go for it, man. I mean, you never know until you try something. Um, like me, I have a $40 camera right now, and I'm still waiting to see if I really wanted to invest in all this.
Right.
I wanted to see if I want to buy that kickbutt computer that's gonna deal with all my programs I want. I have everything set up that I want to, but it's just am I there yet to want to invest in everything?
Right.
So it's really like if you're really starting out, take your time with it. Don't just jump in and spend thousands of dollars on this and that and be disappointed at the end. So try to grow into it and see if you really like it.
I agree. No, kind of like test the waters a little bit. Get your feet
Exactly.
wet with it and if you like it, keep going, adapt and kind of like add your own twist to things. And if not, no harm, no foul. You'll find something eventually.
Right. I mean, even so, like at first I was streaming by myself. I wasn't having too much fun. But once you find people you can co-stream with and you're playing with, and it gets really fun. It does. So like I said, it might take some time. So, give it time, but have, real expectations.
Right. All right, we got two questions left for you. What type of games do you like to play both on or off stream?
Okay. Well, quickly, what's happening right now? I love my PUBG. I love any shooter kind of games. PUBG, Battlefield, Apex. Um, I'll even go as far as Fortnite. I do.
Hmm.
Um, but don't get me wrong, I love my Forza and I love my Rocket League. So those kind of games that I like to play online. Offline, I love any kind of story mode games, Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy. I mean, you name it, I would be there. And even the Call of Duty story mode, I love. Um, but offline, mostly like anything that has a good storyline that would keep me, my attention on, I'll go for it because my attention span's not good.
Right.
But,
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit, so it's getting a little pixelated. But I
is
caught
it,
most of that. But no, that's cool, man. Yeah, I would say myself, I got a couple games that I love to like stream, and offline, I definitely try not to play any games that'll make me rage a little bit. So, I feel like I'm not having fun then, and if I'm not having fun with it, how could I stream it? Kind of deal.
right.
Um, but so for our last question before we go to the viewers and chat with you all and kind of hang out and answer any questions for either of us, who or what motivates you to continue streaming? Say if you have like a really bad week and you're just feeling like, oh man, I don't know why I still keep doing this, what motivates you to keep on streaming and not just kind of cutting it off there?
Alright, so like, what keeps me moving when I'm like not feeling in the mood to stream kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I look at it as like we were talking earlier, my community. If I tell them my stream schedule, I know that I gotta keep my word because my community is like my family. So, I try to keep my word for that part. But um, what keeps me motivated, is the people that I play with in my squads, that are usually my main team. Um, you know, my gaming community that really just keeps me motivated. Rapture gaming. But, you know, sometimes it is hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's you work because we all work full time jobs still. We do some side, so sometimes you're tired and you just get home. You don't feel like you just want peace and quiet.
Right.
But you just got to turn that box on, man, and hop on. After a couple of games, you'll be right back into it, and you
Mm.
just gotta get up back home. But and what keeps me going is trying to see if I can build this community up, and help other people build communities up, and get that pink sub button. But reality, it's hard. I know that, but that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's that's definitely a good way to put it there. I don't know if I could have said it much better myself.
Thank you.
Um,
How about you, man? What keeps you going?
I would say definitely like the community. I love interacting with the community. On my days that I don't stream, I'm always trying to be in as many streams supporting as I can.
Right.
Um, just kind of what I like to do. I kind of try not to. I guess I kind of try not to like make it all about myself. I want to make it about us, not me or I. And that's why I kind of like. Oh, I was definitely like a part of a couple communities in the beginning that I thought were called communities, but I didn't feel like they were like real communities. I'm not trying to like you were said, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. That just didn't feel right to me. And then for a while, I tried like my own thing, and then I, you know, uh, amplify there. I joined up with him when it was the underground, and then it became Streamer Society. And I'm like, ooh, I really like this idea. And then I kind of wanted to go out and branch my own community, and I had a lot of people take on to my own community, the Shock Squad community. And a lot of people have had like a lot of love for that, you know. So it's been awesome. And that was just the start of 2019 we launched that, and here we are. Now we got our own like little talk show, you know, helping not just the community but other streamers too. Get them some outreach.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So that's kind of, I guess, what keeps me going. You know, not just like the thought of like, I'd be lying if I said I'm not doing this for myself, because obviously I'm on here right now. I'm hanging out with everyone. You know, there's people watching on multiple platforms, but also the chance to, you know, get to help you out, you know, and plenty of other
That,
streamers to come that I want to help out.
like that, and, you know, the street teams that are part of like streaming society that amplify things. And, you know, it's almost like network.
Yeah, no, exactly. So we will leave it up to the viewers. If y'all have anything you want to ask us, or just chill and chat with us for a little bit. You know, are you streaming right now?
Oh, Mixer, I am.
If any of your viewers, I can't actually see their chat right now, but if any of your viewers want to ask anything too.
Yeah, if there's still asking away, I will let you know.
Oh, I appreciate that, Mega. Thank you for stopping by on your lunch break.
Amplify would like to know what are our favorite games. Would you like to start that one?
Um, what was that again?
Amplify would like to know what's our favorite games.
So, I have a very big like love for shooters, but I also love games that I can be creative with. I guess for me it's like what I'm feeling at the time. Like I've played so much shooters over the past couple years that I feel like I need a break from them. I need something that, you know, I can kick back, relax with a little bit, not something hardcore and intense. So I've been playing like Ark or even Minecraft, you know. I built this like huge kingdom and now I'm building like an underground subway for it. So I like doing like creative stuff too. And I think it's like really important to show like all the different like aspects you could do as a streamer.
That sounds pretty cool. Like you get to build your own, like Minecraft almost, like you get to build your own city kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like a family friendly game too, so like you're not getting all hyped up and feel like you got to hold your tongue from letting certain words fly out, and like, you know, it's something the kids can come and watch, the family can come and watch. You know, you're building some cool stuff. So, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna tag team on that, man, and say, you know, I'm a big shooter guy myself. Always have been. Even today, from the Halo days, you know, when it first started. Um, but I still love me some Halo. I still find myself going back to that every other week or so. You know, I'll play that for an hour or two. Um, but yeah,
No,
yeah,
I can agree to that.
yeah. Amplify that shit is his go-to also. But yeah, I mean, like especially after a day of work, you know, you just want to level some steam. You know, get home,
Yeah,
or some Rainbow Six, and he can handle it.
Yeah.
But I'm also not afraid to hop over to some sports games either. I'll tell you that. Bought myself some Madden, NHL. I know a lot of buddies I play with play in the FIFA.
Okay.
I couldn't get into that, to be honest with you. It's just not my cup of tea. But I pretty much I'm not biased on games. I will give any game a try, especially them throwbacks that they keep throwing at us, like
Oh, I know.
Lucky Tales and Crash Bandicoot. Oh man, I love that.
We got another question here from GR4. What's your guys' opinion on the way Mixer do the partnership?
You want to take that one?
So, I think it's a lot better than what it was, just because in the beginning, you needed so many follows and so many concurrent viewers. I think it was like 50 concurrent viewers at any given point, like you stream for like a 2 month period. Now, unless you're really high up there, that's going to be really hard to meet. But since then, and that was when I first started on Mixer, it was like that. But I think it's gotten a lot more lenient, a lot more reasonable to meet. Um, I don't know. I think it's a lot better now than it was. And, I could understand why it was harder at the time. Just because they were newer, they weren't, they were testing the waters themselves, trying to get a feel from it. And, no, I definitely like where it still is 50-75 on interactive or popular game. Oh, see, I didn't know that part. I only know when I went into, sign up for partnership, it doesn't actually have like the set requirement anymore. Although they might have changed that since I looked. But all it said was I'll have to see if I can find it sometime. But I know you had to add if your account like 2 months old and had to do so many streams in a certain time period and have so many hours logged in streaming in that time period, as well as 2,000 followers. So I know that for a fact is a lot.
Yeah, I think they do take the different variables into account now. I don't think that they just look at the straight viewer count
Yeah.
alone. I mean, yeah, they do look at it, but like Emma was saying, there's different factors here that they take into account.
Right.
If there's a lot of people being interactive with your chat, they may look at that as an aspect of it. How many hooks you get, how many follows, such and such.
Right. Yo, what's going on, Pink One? Thank you for the host and thank you for stopping by, buddy. Amplify said, I don't think it's that high. I know they look at many factors now. Yeah. No. Definitely agree with you, brother. You got any more from your chat?
You're seeing pretty much everything I'm saying because we could stream it.
Right, so we got some little bit more of an explanation from Amplify and Pink One that I'll read off to you all. Amplify says that I'd say those streamers are held to a higher viewership expectation, though if playing the more popular games. Definitely true. I definitely agree with that.
100%.
And then Pink One says they also seem to look at how you support back into the community. I think that one definitely goes without saying. Anyone on Dlive have any questions they want to ask? Or things they want to chat about with us?
Yeah, they also like to see you big on social media also. That's what I hear.
Right.
They want to see you have a big social media following.
Thank you for the follow, ACDC. I appreciate that. Definitely go on over and check out my buddy SmokeyTommy here if you get a chance. Great streamer, great friend. He's got some cool content. Right.
I agree.
So Amplify is replying that, to be honest, I think it's all community. More of chatters in the chat than just viewers. They want to see community and strong signs of dedication and growth. Definitely a strong point right there.
Yeah, they definitely want to see you on there in more than 1 or 2 days.
Alright, so on, yeah, definitely more than 1 or 2 days. You gotta be, fairly active, around a decent bit. Not just trying to be on there just about yourself, you gotta be on there. Also go out and support others as well. And I see on Dlive we have a question from Megadeth. He asked, what's your favorite game of all time?
I got one right in my head right away. I'm gonna have to go with Twisted Metal on the original PlayStation.
Twisted Metal.
Growing up, that was my game.
Okay. So we got Twisted Metal. Trying to think. This year was my first year. I just hit 20 years of gaming. I started gaming like on and off a little bit when I was 5 years old, so this will be 20 years of gaming for me. Let's see, favorite game of all time. That is,
I have so many games to choose from.
I mean, at this point, I don't even know if I could just say hundreds of games. It's probably almost to like 1,000 games at this point. I don't know if I can just sit there and label one per se, but I have, like, I played a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Pokemon when I was younger. Star Wars was coming out with like a massive amount of games when I was a little kid. So I definitely played a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Pokemon on like Game Boy in like the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, that was another hot thing. Then there was like some other games like Spyro. I haven't gotten the remastered because I don't know if I could get back into it after, about 20 years. But I played a lot of Spyro on PlayStation 1. I don't know, I like all of them too much to just pinpoint a favorite on one. Oh, can't forget, I haven't played the newest one, but I played the original Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation 1. That was fun.
I like Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played it.
Yo, Amplify. Thank you for the donation of that ice cream, brother.
Final Fantasy, you can't go wrong with Final Fantasy. There's like no argument against that.
You're right. Final Fantasy is good. I haven't played that in a long time either.
Yeah, it's been.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Amplify with the diamond. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Sparks also, thank you.
And for the sparks, man.
Anybody else got any good things out there?
Here we go. Money talk.
Man, another diamond amplify. You're trying to make me blush on stream now, brother. What else y'all got for us? You used to play the crap out of that? I hear that, Mega. I hear that. Sorry, I got like 2 phones right now. That's how I'm viewing the chat because I'm doing display capture. So I can't actually see anything from my computer screen except for us on Discord having this. So I'm holding up my old iPhone as an iPod, viewing Mixer, and my actual phone for Dlive.
Yeah, that's why you see me going like crazy.
You know, one day when I get the true setup I want, I'll have a couple computer screens doing all that for me. Future goals, man. Future goals.
Exactly. Like I was saying earlier, I want to make sure this. I mean, I'm loving what I'm doing, but I want to make sure it's what I want to do, and if I'm going to invest thousands of dollars.
Right, dude. It is so expensive. All the time and money out of your own pocket that goes into it.
Very true.
That's another thing, everyone watching. Start out with console streaming before you invest. You know, you already bought the console. All you got to do is hit go live.
Exactly.
Once you go from there, it's like your cheapest thing's like $80. And that's like your microphone.
So true. Blades asks, what was your first system and your fondest memory of them? My first system, I would have to say, was the Sega Genesis, actually. The one you have to blow in all the cartridges to just get to work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I would say my first was definitely the PlayStation 1. But also like that and Game Boy, I kind of got them around the same time. And although I did play a lot on PlayStation 1, I think at the time I was more into Game Boy. Just because as like a little kid, I didn't have like the time to like sit there and invest in the console systems as much.
Yeah.
You know, on the go with like when my best friend's parents would watch me and stuff, you know, I'd have the Game Boy when we're out messing around or on like a road trip or something. So it was just more convenient at the time to be more into a Game Boy game than it was on PlayStation. But I'd say my first system was most likely PlayStation 1.
Yeah, the tag team off of what you just said, it's pretty much just like it's nowadays on their tablets, you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, like, that's the difference, like, when we were younger, like, we didn't have, like, mobile internet. That wasn't a thing.
It wasn't even thought of.
You know, when I was a real little kid, we didn't even have cell phones yet. We had those, big phones that plugged into the cigarette jack on your car, and it cost like $1.50 to make a phone call. And that was a minute. Man.
Yeah, you had to
Forget
get
that.
it. Use one of them.
Let's see what we got on Dlive. Megadeth says, I was getting confused last night multi-streaming. I had 4 chats open. I know how you feel. And that's why I cut off. One, I used to stream to Twitch. I just too many things and I wanted to explore something new. And so I moved from Twitch to Dlive, but I kept Mixer as usual. You know, I'll never get rid of Mixer. YouTube, I tried streaming to them. It worked for about a week. And then all of a sudden, my stream key on there just vanished. You know, I logged into YouTube one day and I just didn't have one anymore. And I've been trying to fix it and do that just so I could save my past streams on there, you know, permanently. And I can't get it fixed, so I just said, I'm done with YouTube now, too.
Yeah, a couple questions from Mixer.
Your first was, I can't even pronounce that. Akolko? Or Koleko? I haven't even heard of that one. I hope I pronounced that right.
I was waiting for someone to say like Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, yeah.
So your brother, you got one of your brothers handed down Atari, so you always had this high school to try to beat. That's what's up.
Magic had a pager when they came out. Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have the case that you can see through, and you can see all the little gadgets inside.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit before me. I know my so you probably had like 8-track too then.
I did not. No,
You
I'm
didn't?
28.
Okay, so you're not too much older than me then. I had first thing I really had as like a mobile like iPod or whatever it was a Walkman.
Oh yeah, good old Walkman.
Yeah. Okay, Magic pronounce that Kaliko. Okay. Nah, you're not old, Mega. We're all young here.
Oh,
And
my dad's 60 something. He's always on Xbox Live himself, so it don't stop.
no, it don't stop. Actually, I don't even think that's the oldest I know that plays Xbox. A good friend of mine, I'm pretty sure his grandfather's around 70, somewhere around there. And he likes to play like Skyrim and stuff.
That is so awesome.
I know.
Yeah, the 90s it was popular to have them see-through cases. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had that for my Game Boy, man. You get the little clip-on cases, and that thing was completely see-through.
Yo. Thought you're so cool with them things.
The Coleco, Megadeth on DLive says that the Coleco was rival to Atari. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to check that out on Google when we're done here.
What else do y'all got for us? Megadeth says that Coleco was awesome, actually. Artbeat and I are going to try to get an emulator so they can play it. Play some of the old ones on their streams, so that's pretty cool.
That's how I think I know of the ColecoVision.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, Coleco, I don't know the name, just Coleco. But once Magic Blade said Vision.
You know, now that we're talking about the old systems and going back like that, This actually reminds me, a couple months ago, I went into like the local GameStop. I needed something for one of my controllers. And I saw that they were selling PlayStation 1s, and they were brand new. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I walked up to the front desk. I'm like, hey, what's this going on about selling, brand new PlayStation 1s? And they're like, oh, it's not like the old school PlayStation 1 where you could just pop a disc in and play. It's like a mini version that comes preloaded with 20 games and that's it. I'm like,
That's
oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's only like Street Fighter and all that older stuff that was like really popular and whatnot. I'm like, man, you got me so excited. I walk in here, I see that sitting on the counter. I'm like, yes, I can get this for like really cheap, brand new, and I can play all my old stack of games I got.
very true.
um,
Shit, wait, I might have to catch you then. Might fall off you.
yeah, right. No, it's amazing what you find in your closet after so many years. I'm like pulling old stuff out when I was getting ready to like move, and I'm looking through all this like piles of CDs, and I'm finding all these old PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games that I thought I got rid of, and nope, I still have them.
Ooh, wow. I've seen them in a minute.
Its full name is ColecoVision, maybe spelled different. And Magic says that he fixes retro systems and flip them for profit. I remember you telling me about that, man. It's actually pretty cool.
That is awesome.
What do we got over here? Megadeth says, did y'all hear about the Genesis Mini? I did not, actually.
Is that like the PlayStation, the Genesis version of the PlayStation that we were just talking about? I believe.
I did not. I'm kind of, a little out of touch with some of the news on different things.
Yeah,
I'm not a big sitting on like medias and stuff. I prefer doing something like this being actually like retroactive. So like if you're wondering why I don't post like 20 times a day or something, that's just not me. um he says like the Super NES Mini. I will have to look into that, man. I actually have not. And it doesn't ring a bell to me, so I'll have to look that up. Unless he can find it for you. Magic just found his wife's Tony Hawk games for PSX. Nice. Tony Hawk Underground, man. They were my games.
They were so fun.
What do we got? It's called Genesis 3. It's rare, but I prefer the second or the first gen console. Yeah. I think so. I kind of did a like backwards turn with that. I started out with PlayStation 1 and 2, so I did first and second gen. And then I went to Xbox 360, so I skipped first gen there, and then I'm on Xbox One now. And I don't know. I don't think I could get back into PlayStation. Xbox kind of won me over time. Your favorite is Tony Hawk's American Wastelands. Right on. Back over here with Megadeth. I have not researched it myself, but I heard another streamer talk about it. Okay. Now we will definitely have to look into that. Be interesting to find some more information on it. And you used to love Tony Hawk. You know, I don't know too many people who didn't love Tony Hawk back in time. Maybe not nowadays because I don't think his games exist now, but no, they were awesome. Almost all my friends had a Tony Hawk game in one point in time. Um, you wish there was another Dave Mirror game? BMX? Definitely.
Plus, Pastrada's never come out with a game like.
So, I got a question for everyone watching. What kind of other, we kind of got to be a little bit weary about our topics, but what are some other things that you would like to see on the show? Definitely open to suggestions.
Magic Blade says Bomberman.
I knew he was going to say that. You're trying to torture me, man. How did I have a feeling that was going to pop out of there? Alright, so Megadeth's got a couple here. He's got $1 million giveaways, even though he's joking about it. You know, if I could make it rain like that, that would that'd be a whole nother story. I'd be helping out a lot more people then.
Yeah, I think make sure Mike gave you your own channel then.
Right. I would have a room that I would build just set up for like dedicating to like the show and like getting more people involved with it. I would pay people to have a salary to help me with it at that point.
Yeah, web designer.
That'd be great. I could create, jobs for people that at that rate. So, not a bad suggestion. um, he says, I think the stream is fine. Good convo. Well, we appreciate that, man. We really do.
Yeah, thank you.
And again, this is the first Well, we did a test stream last week, me and Magic Blades. We did a test stream. If y'all don't know who he is, he's my admin for the Shock Squad community. We're on Discord and Xbox in the club section. But yeah, we did a trial run for about an hour, probably about as long as we've been doing it now last week. And today's our like first official episode. So thank you, Smokey.
No, thank you, man. It's been a really cool experience.
What else we got? Bomberman, the OG Battle Royal. Again with the Bomberman. um, Things I would do with 1 mil, Megadeth says. There's a lot of things you could do with 1 mil. Just had something on the tip of my head. I hate that. You're sitting there, you had something really good that you wanted to put out there, and then all of a sudden, wham! Fast like that, it's gone. But yeah, we are getting ready to wrap it up, everyone. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, Magic Blades, it was just saying, I was talking about retro game systems. I was like, yeah, man, it's almost like reminiscing back about like the days. You know, you really don't have no bad, memories of good systems, good games.
Oh, yeah. I think the most I really got into that was the Nintendo 64. I didn't really get to play like a lot of the other ones. But no, I definitely played a good amount of N64. It was definitely, by the time I got to it, it was kind of like outdated and not really like up there in the gaming systems anymore.
Right.
Especially since like at that time PlayStation 1, that was like a revolutionary thing.
So true.
So any last minute stuff y'all want to ask or talk about?
Yep, I just hit you with a follow, Blades. And I appreciate the follow back. Much appreciate, buddy.
I definitely plan on getting you back on here again.
Oh yeah, man. Whatever, man.
It's definitely a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm free pretty much any Mondays, Wednesdays, and some off.
Oh yeah, so just so the chat knows, what days do you stream and what times do you stream at?
Okay. Thank you for asking that. I stream every Monday night, 8 p.m. till about 11 p.m., 12 p.m. I mean a.m. And then Tuesdays, I usually don't stream. Wednesdays, I usually stream same time, 8 p.m. till about 12 a.m. And then sporadically throughout the week because of work. But yeah, it's that's really about it. I have a lot of random streams because I'm still like have a crazy work schedule, but
Right.
Mondays and Wednesdays are
All right. We appreciate that, pink one. She says, keep up the awesomeness, guys. We definitely appreciate that.
Thank you for that follow.
And thank you for the follow, too. Oh, that's actually interesting. I thought that was to me. I still don't know how all this co-streaming stuff works. But that's cool. I can actually see it for you on your end, too.
Yeah, once we hit the co-stream,
God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, no.
Yo, Mega.
Someone watching this shit close. Yep.
Thank you for the ice cream.
I've been me since Scarlet Road. Hey, bro.
Greatly appreciated.
Thank you, please. Much appreciate that.
Blade says, I feel like this is a Goon flagship stream.
He meant good.
For the talk show. Yeah, I just realized that. I had no idea how this whole co-stream thing works. So when that popped up in the thing, I didn't see the whole thing at first. So I thought that was to me. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can't take that back now.
Yeah, I should do the same.
So yeah,
I think this is an awesome concept you have here, man. Great job, Reaper. I like it.
Thank you. It actually came to me out of nowhere. You know, I've seen like other talk shows, but I don't think I've seen it quite like this. And usually when I see the talk show, it's like you don't always see like two people sitting here conversing like this. You know, it's more like a radio show, or you see one person talking there and you hear another person talking through like the radio sound in the background, like just audio of the person.
Oh, okay, yeah, found you.
And then the ones I do have, they're just talking about like other random topics throughout the world, you know. I haven't seen one that's specifically geared towards, you know, two streamers getting together, talking about stuff, you know, getting to know both streamers. You know, kind of showing like a different aspect, like, hey, we're human beings. We're not just robots that play video games for y'all.
We do have feelings also.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to be able to show everyone those different sides to us. You know, just kind of have a cool, relaxing hangout, you know, get to meet like different people, you know, all the people that are probably already following you that haven't gotten to know you in this aspect yet and now do know you in that kind of way.
Exactly, because, you know, it's hard to, like, just sit down and talk when you're in the middle of, you know, playing a battle royale game. You almost can't.
Right. And, you know, as much as you, like, I feel like when people come to watch you, they want to watch you play the game, but they also want to interact with you, and it's hard to kind of give both of them 100% all at the same time. Exactly. So, like, when you're doing, like, a game stream, it's like you kind of got to break it 50-50, and you miss a little bit of both in the mix. But when you go and do something like this, it's like, hey, we're here. We're focused on you. You know, we want to hang out. We want to have a good time. You know, we want to get to know you, and we want you to get to know us. So.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome concept.
But, we're going to get rolling here. I got to get ready for work in a little bit.
God bless you, man.
And, we'll both be back on here soon. I don't know who we're having next on the show. But everyone, SmokeyTommy. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated, man. We're glad to have you here, for real.
An awesome experience, guys. Thank you for everybody for coming out and ReaperTv for having me.